Hi guys, welcome back to TP Did It. So today I'm coming at you with a super easy and super delicious carrot cake recipe. It is one of my personal favorites. So without further ado, let's begin. So for this, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my dry ingredients. So the first thing you're going to need is the plain white flour or maida. So I am going to place a sieve and put all the dry ingredients because that's going to ensure that my batter is lovely and lump free. Now I'm going to add in some baking powder and some baking soda. To this I'm also going to add in a good amount of cinnamon and some dry ginger powder, or in Hindi, salt. So these are going to give a very lovely spicy flavor to your cake, and that is what is the star of this recipe. So now for the sugar, I'm going to use granulated sugar because you're going to see that it's going to give a very lovely caramelized layer on top, and it just gets the cake onto a next level. So I would highly recommend that you put granulated sugar in it, but powdered sugar works well as well. So I'm going to give that a good mix. And I'm going to place that aside. Now after this I'm going to prep my wet ingredients. So first things, I'm going to use some milk. This is the room temperature milk, and to that I'm going to add freshly squeezed lemon juice. So this is going to curdle up my milk because it's summertime, it's going to curdle up really quick, but not to worry if it doesn't. You just keep it aside for some time, around 10 minutes or so, and it's going to be ready. Now into a separate bowl, I'm going to take my flavorless oil. I'm using the normal vegetable flavorless oil here. And to that, I'm going to add in fresh malai, or you can use any cream with a high level of fat content. Now in cakes, I've noticed that you need to keep the fat content in a good amount, otherwise the cake becomes really dry and cakey. So now I'm going to add in my buttermilk. And also I'm going to add in a few drops of vanilla essence. So now I'm going to mix that all up a little bit. And now we're gonna mix. So I'm going to add in my wet ingredients in 2 batches. So there goes the first batch. Mix that all up well. Now this cake's consistency is going to be a little different because of the granulated sugar, and also it's going to take a little bit more of the cooking time than regular cakes. So not to worry, it's going to be all lovely. So I'm putting in the second of my wet ingredients, and I'm going to mix that all up. So now as you can see that it's a little doughy, still a little thick. So I'm going to add in a little bit of milk. This is the room temperature milk, and I'm using around half a cup of milk here. But you can gradually add milk so that the batter is a little flowy. So to this I'm going to add in my fresh ingredient, that's the carrots. I'm going to use the shredded carrots. I'm going to add loads and loads of them. And also some raisins. Now carrots and raisins, they work very well, but a lot of people don't like raisins. So you can omit this, add in almonds, add in whatsoever fruit you like. Cranberries are going to work well as well, but I really like this combination, so there it goes. So this is what your batter should look like. And now I've prepped the rectangular tin, I've nicely greased it, and now I'm going to add in my batter. I'm going to quickly place it in a preheated oven, and I'm going to bake it at 180 degrees Celsius for a good 45 to 50 minutes. Depends on your oven as well. See how lovely the cake is. It's absolutely gorgeous, and this was one of the tastiest carrot cakes I've ever eaten. And now to serve, I made salted caramel at home, light salted caramel, and vanilla salted caramel and this cake, they go together like heaven. Add in loads and loads of it and dig in. So we are done. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share and subscribe.